Hi everyone, I'm Tim Brown, my Apple Podcast, and I'm just here in the studio playing around a bit. I'm not putting together any podcast as of yet. I'm a self-taught podcaster. I do all of my own work, all of my own editing, and so I'm self-taught. Like a lot of other YouTubers like yourself, we watch videos so that we can learn things on our own and figure out how to be self-sufficient and hopefully over time improving our technique and our skill sets. So right now I'm experimenting with lights, not one of my expertise at all. I use 4 lamps. I don't always use them all at the same time. I have 2 umbrella lamps that are on the side of me now, and I'm using them to light my screen. One thing I'm experimenting with is exploring how the umbrellas can be adjusted, whether they're close to the bulb or if I can make adjustments by pulling the umbrella further away from the bulb to distribute the light more broadly. Right now I'm using the umbrella almost right up against the light to provide a stronger light against the green screen so that I can edit my video more effectively with the green screen behind me. However, pulling the umbrella away from the bulb will come in handy sometimes too for adding a broader illumination of my subject in case I want to encompass more things instead of, say, an individual person or individual thing. The light that is on me right now, that is facing me, I'm using a softbox standing lamp. Same thing as the umbrellas, only thing it's a softbox instead of an umbrella, and the light is more softer. And the lights and gradations, the shadows and the highlights are not as stark as they would be if I was using an umbrella. So that's the combination that I'm using right now. I'm now going to go ahead and go into the studio, get all this stuff on my computer, and then check everything out and see how this approach to lighting myself as the subject turned out. Okay, everyone, so I just imported my video into iMovie and exported it out as 1080p, the way I recorded it, and I imported it into ScreenFlow, which is a screen recording application that is available for the Mac. And my project is set up at 720p, so you can see that the 1080p video exceeds the boundaries of my video frame here. So I'm going to click Shift and just use the trackpad and just drag this video so that it fits more within the frame of my project here. Okay. And I don't know, it looks pretty good, but we won't really know until we actually go in and use the chroma key feature that's built into ScreenFlow to determine just how well my lighting actually turned out. My screen that I have up here on the wall is barely covering my head. I usually don't stand up while I'm doing this, but that's no problem because ScreenFlow offers a lot of really nice tools for editing that kind of stuff. For number one, I can go in and just crop my video from left to right as well as from top to bottom. So in this case, I'm just going to come from the top and just scroll down and stop about there. Okay, now I'm going to go down to video filters, and I'm going to go ahead and select chroma key up here at the top and then just click add. And the color green is already selected, the same color as my screen, and so usually that does it. If the lighting is the way it's supposed to be, then the chroma key usually works automatically and I don't have to make any adjustments to the white clip tolerance or angle of the light. But let's keep looking at this just to make sure everything's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right here, right as I'm about to begin. You can see where the audio picks up here on the track. I'm just going to hit T, that's the shortcut key for ScreenFlow to cut your or trim your clips. And I'm just going to delete that access and just drag this up to the beginning here. And I'm going to turn up the volume on my computer since I'm also recording the computer sound here. And let's go ahead and play this back and see how it turned out.
Tim Brown, my Apple podcast, and I'm just here in the studio playing around a bit. I'm not putting together any podcasts as of yet.
So as you can see, it looks like the lighting on the green screen worked pretty well. Again, what I did was when using the umbrellas, I had two umbrellas, one on the left-hand side, one on the right-hand side. I brought the umbrellas in as close to the light as possible to get a stronger, more direct light source onto the screen. Doing this with both umbrellas helped to bring in a more even and more stronger light onto the screen, and therefore give me a better screen effect. Of course, we'll know even better how well this is by bringing in a background for this video. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just brought in a background image for my video. I'm going to click shift and just slide with my trackpad here to bring this image down to size a bit, and go ahead and reposition it. And now I'm going to go ahead and just continue playing and see how it looks with an image behind me.
I'm a self-taught podcaster. I do all of my own work, all of my own editing, and so I'm self-taught.
Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the results. My results vary, and it helps to experiment. It really does. I mean, if you have a softbox light or you have umbrellas, play around with them and try and experiment, especially if you're someone who's self-taught like me. Explore different configurations, see how everything works out for you. And in this particular instance, it worked out better, actually better than my previous session. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for this session. I know it was a little different for me. Send me any questions if you have any. You can contact me at myamblepodcast@gmail.com, or just check me out on my YouTube channel. Thanks. See you later.